efficient biocircuitry, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Hold on.
It lowers the
Let me see if I
cooldown of the
can look up the
torpedo,
actual
and it
proc. I
adds more
believe it lowers
radiation
it, yeah.
damage to it.
Well, generally just PS-wise, yeah, DPS-wise, you're going to see more DPS out of the neutronic than out of the quantum. And so, yeah.
You're better off running the Terran Ordnance set there since he's already got a disruptor build. Might as well just go with the Terran Torp, the Withering DHC, and then the console.
Well, I'm nowhere near those.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm at...
Well, that's something to build for.
Oh, okay.
To shoot for later, yeah.
How much is a pretty damage 2 worth? Probably not much.
Probably not. Alright, skill tree, guys. What are your thoughts?
I'm probably asking the wrong channel, but is anyone good at matching colors from the two major different color palettes in the Taylor? Palettes, however that word's pronunciated.
Miss Tanky is still in here?
No.
I don't think Tanky is still in here. Yeah, he logged off.
Alright. I will figure this out myself then, thank you.
Sorry, man.
It's all good.
That's interesting. Says there's none of those on the market.
Which type of beam are you looking for specifically?
Well, I just crafted a crit D damage 2, and I'm not finding any on the exchange.
User disconnected from your channel.
I reckon we'll have to work on my skills build tomorrow. Nobody's got any ideas tonight.
Odin, stop slacking.
Whoa,
man! I just made a crit D damage too.
Jeez. Can a brother get a break for a second?
No. Thanks,
No.
Brad. Who the hell invited Barack Obama into this TeamSpeak?
And there's 26 AP.
Let me be clear.
Hey.
Like 3,000.
Okay. Alright, skill tree, guys. Come on.
Okay, for
Energy
what?
weapons. He's
That's
not
one thing
doing
I'm really
much
good
on
at.
science anyway, so
Yeah.
load up on the energy. Load up on batteries.
I'm wondering
Shields
if
are going to
he
be weak
needs
on
the
a Pharrell
projectors since
anyway,
he
so
only
load
got...
up on hull.
Yeah. I'm wondering if he needs the projectile weapon points since he's only got the one torp.
I would put the points in projectile weapons training. I would not put them in
If
specialization.
he's not going to be using much science on that tune, I would say yeah, because that's where the extra points are going to come from.
The only science that I have is
Yeah,
passive
because
emitters and TSO.
Well, I mean, because you're not going to be loading up on part gens or grab gens, and those are expensive. You're not going to be loading up on decompiler. Pretty much everything else around there is either PvP oriented or you're not going to be using that as a weapon.
And the way you do it is you strip your shields with your cannons or beams, and then you slam it with your projectiles afterwards. That's your main damage.
That's pretty much what I do right now. Quick question for the amp core: weapons to engines or something different?
Weapons to Ox.
Ox. What do I use Ox for?
Weapons to Ox, and then for your rep traits, you should have the Nukara Tier 4 offensive configuration offense.
I thought they
Auxiliary
ditched all the
configuration
weapon to aux
offense.
course that you can purchase, and
No,
instead
they
stuck
ditched
it
the
with the
weapons.
No,
upgrade.
no. It was weapons to shields.
There is one
They ditched the
exception to
weapons to
that.
shields because you get
The
the weapons to
green
shield
cord
modifier.
still has weapons to shields,
Sorry.
and that doesn't work if you epic it, but...
Okay.
Well, okay, so I've got, for my space traits, I've got Omega Kinetic Shearing, precision, the Omega Graviton Amplifier, and sensor targeting assault. I guess I could ditch sensor targeting assault.
I'd probably ditch sensor targeting assault, and I'd probably ditch the Graviton Amplifier as well, and put in the Nucara Tier 4 and the Dyson Tier 2, the Advanced Targeting Systems. I believe it's Advanced Targeting System. The one that gives you plus 16 crit severity.
Oh yeah, I do see that.
Yep.
So, alright, so I definitely want weapons to Ox.
Yeah. And when you finally, if you get around to epicking it, when you finally get around to epicking it, it's going to get weapons to shields as the modifier, and that's why you go for the weapons to Ox to boost your Ox, because now your Ox power boosts your damage with that Tier 4 Nucara trait.
Huh, okay, cool. Guess
Yeah.
I bought the wrong core on my Fed. You should see my Fed tech. It's got Chemosite Weaponry 1.
Nice.
That'll be the next
Alright,
build.
any
I
other
slightly
thoughts on the
regret
skill
self-building.
tree? Is somebody going changing skills around for him?
Nah, just load up on all your tactical stuff. Engineering, work on speed, work on hull and batteries. And then all your subsystem powers, put at least 6 into them. Sciences, just keep the tier 1 stuff.
I would definitely max out flow caps, because
Yeah.
that's,
DPS
yeah,
and
that's,
flow
the
caps.
more you put into flow caps, the more you drain when you use your leap.
Alright, well I have a...
Do you have... On the starship traits, do you have access to emergency weapon cycle?
I don't have starship traits because it's not T6.
Right, but you have starship traits from other ships that you've done, or other things that you've done, right? Because you don't have to be using a tier 6 ship to have starship traits on your build.
No, I don't have starship traits because I thought that was a T6 thing. I don't even know where that comes from.
Okay, so certain things like from filling out your specialization trees, like your pilot specialization trees, you can get the starship trait pedal to the metal, for example. Or if you bought the Nandy and leveled that up, you can use the starship trait greedy emitters. If you bought like the tier 6 arbiter and leveled that up, you can get
no T6 ships.
the emergency weapon cycle.
Because they're
Okay.
$30 and I think that's a fucking ripoff, so...
No, I understand that.
And
Okay, so there are some things
pilot,
like
my pilot specialization is not yet to the second padlock. Command, though, is almost to the fourth padlock.
so you would have then one called command frequency something or other listed under your starship traits that you can slot. Also,
No,
if you made...
it says there are no available starship traits abilities to enable.
Oh dear. That's a
That's no
crap
trait.
build.
And you filled in command, because you should have that unlocked.
Well, it's not, like, filled in.
'Cause
It's
that
just
should
almost
unlock-
to the fourth padlock.
Right, but with under command officer. Okay, fourth padlock. 1, 2.
One more point and I think I'll hit the fourth padlock.
Okay, that's what. Sorry, I missed it. I thought you meant fourth tier. Okay, that's my mistake. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it's the sixth padlock, tier 4 unlock. You get the command frequency starship trait.
It's 15 points in, I believe.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I think I am 13 or 14 points in. I don't know how to tell. Yeah, it says 14 of 30 command officer abilities unlocked.
Yeah. So one more point basically then and you get the
I could go run the weekly mission and grab that point real quick.
yeah, and get it. Okay. And what the command frequency does is it allows you to call in your fleet support even if your hull is above 50%. It also reduces the recharge time from 15 minutes to 10 minutes at that level.
Oh,
When you completely fill out your command tree, it will reduce the cooldown even further to 5 minutes. Now, if you made a Delta tune, you can also claim from the temporal agent, assuming you've claimed everything on your Delta tune. From them, you can go to the temporal agent on your alternate tunes, and there's a number of account-wide unlocks, one of them being the Starship trait improved temporal insight, which every time you use a hull healing ability, it gives you a brief immunity to all damage for, I believe, 4 seconds.
That's cool, but I don't know what a Delta tune is.
Yeah. Delta Recruit? You weren't around when they were doing the Delta Recruit event?
No, when Delta came out, the leveling fiasco just turned me off the game, and I only came back to it a month ago, so...
Okay.
It's immunity for 2 seconds.
That happened to a lot of people.
Is it 2 seconds? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not the only one that has felt that way. Okay.
And I figured I wasn't, but, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
so aggravating.
Oh, I understand. Okay. So one good thing you can look at doing for the future is, like, for the event, like the winter event is going to be coming up, you can look at seeing if that Starship trait might be something you can use. If it is, get it, and then you can, you don't have to use that ship for long, just level up the ship, get the mastery on it, and then you can switch back to your main ship but still have access to the trait. Because you slot it like you do a rep trade or a,
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that they
personal
worked like
trait. Yeah.
And honestly...
And you can even dismiss the ship and still have the trait.
I have a Romulan, a Fed, and a Cadia pack tune. All are cannons and all are like little escort raider type ships. So whenever they lower the cost of the bundle down to $50, I'll probably buy the T6 escort bundle.
Too bad they didn't log in yesterday.
Okay. Well, I am...
Because I know that the cannon is
wiped.
pretty freaking sweet.
Yeah. I am at this point, unfortunately, completely wiped and need to go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good night, Kirby.
So, yeah.
Good night, Jesse.
Alright,
Log in.
so...
Great night.
Take care of them, guys.
Thanks again for your
See
overflow.
y'all later.
Later, Kirby.
You're welcome. Good night.
See ya.
User disconnected from your channel.
I'm actually supposed to get up at 7:45 in the morning. I don't know how that's gonna happen. But... So, shield. So obviously I have a better shield than what I've got. What I can right now, I can get the Nukara or a Romulan/Raymond shield because I have the rep marks for it. But is there something I should do different?
Yeah.
If you don't have any other rep, get the Nukara one now. At least that'll be decent.
I
And
would
then you
say
can get the
recommend
other
the-
Nukara was Deflector and the ROM engines, and then you'll be set for one of the old metas until you can work up the Iconian, and then you want that.
If you're getting a temporary shield, I would just get a fleet shield.
Well, I've only got 6k fleet marks, and I don't know that there's never anything to donate to my fleet, so...
Hold on a second. Fleet marks or fleet credits?
Credits.
Okay, big difference.
I have 15 fleet marks.
The shields are very cheap though, so you can probably work your way up there.
Well, I'm looking through the Armada right now to see if there's anything I can donate.
Being a hero is difficult. Living in the shadows. You always try remembering who you were.
How much of the shields?
are you doing on the other team, Greg?
It's nothing more than
So this is my only Klingon.
Yeah, but you have other teams.
Oh, my engineer is the highest now at 22k.
Engineers are the way to go, man.
I
Don't
have
let anyone tell you otherwise.
the last time that I measured my Fed TAC, it was somewhere north of 16k, and it's probably improved a little since then because I did something. Oh yeah, I moved her up to. Well, no, I haven't. I don't think haven't upgraded her to Mark 14 consoles yet. But all the fleet projects just want dill, and I've only got so much dill, and I don't. How much are fleet shields anyway?
Really, like 15,000 bill, I think.
So long.
I could probably donate enough bill just to get up to that.
Oh, let me look it up for you. It's easy enough to do.
And do you buy? Are the best shields on the Spire now, or are they still at the?
Starbase
line?
is where the shields are at. If I was picking up a cheap shield, I would pick up an advanced fleet, 10k fleet credits, 9100 bill. Or you might get an elite one, which are 14,000 fleet credits, sorry, and 1300 some odd bill, 13,000
I'd probably
bill.
get that because it'll be a while before I get any Iconian set stuff.
Alright.
Yeah, as a standalone, they're very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, my Fed Tech has one and it seems to work well.
I got my engineer up to almost 18. That's because I'm stubborn and sticking with dual beam.
Yeah, dual beam bangs do not work. Not for me.
I know, I love. They're so pretty though.
Yeah, but on a scimitar, it's not a thing. Not for me.
Hey, did they only do the mirror event twice a year? Is that what it is, spring and fall?
I think it's
User
the first time
entered your
in a
channel.
year that it's happened.
It's more like once every 8 months or something.
I have no idea. I got my engineer up to 104 about a month ago.
We've had like
That's
three
nice.
first line detachments in the time that we've had one here.
Well, the
Okay.
new work core has improved my DPS, I can tell already.
That torpedo is nasty.
Which
Just
one?
nasty.
The phased?
The Terran Task Force.
Uh-huh.
Holy
I have a
The-
question.
The phase is no slouch either.
Have you guys looked at the quantum destabilizing beam? Because I've got the build I've got the drain gas. I'm using the plasmonic loop. Threw on all 3 pieces of the sunrise piece thing on there, and I'm looking at the quantum destabilizing beam. I have 2 different times this thing clocks to drain power from your opponent.
One of them is the plasmonic leech because it's technically an energy weapon of sorts.
Yeah. So, and it also, it's cooling down faster than, it says it has 2 minute cooldown, but it's cooling down way faster than that.
Are you running all hands on deck,
Is it-
reciprocity, tactical initiative, anything like that?
Yeah, so is it supposed to cool down faster then?
It shouldn't, but it's
It's in the
possible.
size. It should not.
Right, but I mean, I was in an encounter and I was like, okay, 2 minutes, and then I turned around and it's ready again. And I fired it off again.
Which are you talking about?
Destabilizing,
The three-piece set has a
yeah,
stabilizer.
3-piece. Yeah. But you're asking, I'm running the emergency weapon cycle, which should have all hands on deck, reciprocity and superiority. Or supremacy.
I'm wondering if reciprocity.
That would be